At the time of this video, Mario Kart 8's one of the best games on the Nintendo Switch, despite it being a Wii U game. And while everyone's having poop amounts of fun, people are fiending for Mario Kart 9. But if you ask me, that sounds more boring than my grandma's yummy junk, and N-Dog should absolutely not make it. They should, however, make Nintendo Kart. What's Nintendo Kart? Well, I'll tell you if you're super badass and cool, and the best way to prove that's to go ahead and click that there subscribe button. Or, you know, just keep watching and I'll tell you what Nintendo Kart is and 9 reasons why it'll probably happen. I think the idea of calling Mario Kart 9 Nintendo Kart's pretty self-explanatory, but in case you're not a whiz detective or anything like that, let me clue you in. Mario Kart's been a thing since 1947, so I can understand why there'd be a resistance to change an established and beloved franchise. After all, it's one of the coolest IPs Nintendo has. But I think most would agree that one franchise even cooler than Mario Kart would be Smash Bros. I'm not saying Smash Bros is better or worse, since they're two completely different kinds of games and it all comes down to personal preference. But Smash Bros is definitely cooler, and the reason Smash Bros is cooler is because instead of using characters from Nintendo's most popular franchise, it uses characters from all of Nintendo's franchises. So why shouldn't Mario Kart do the same thing? My guess is that it's probably because when Smash Bros hit the scene and added a little more sauce to the milk, Mario Kart had already established that it would only use characters from the Mario franchise. So basically, Smash Bros came up with a better idea, and Nintendo probably didn't connect the dots until the Mario Kart DLC was released on the Wii U. It could be argued that sticking to Mario characters would be a better idea since Mario Kart almost always outsells Smash, but to that I say Mario Kart's probably the bigger franchise because racing's more easily accessible to the average person than a fighting game. I mean, everybody drives and not everybody fights. Or maybe it's because Mario Kart as a series is more nostalgic since it's been around an ass hair longer, or it could be because Smash Bros is more competitive and difficult to master than Mario Kart. I really don't know. However, I'd suggest that as popular as Mario Kart is right now, it'd be even bigger if it went on the Smash Bros route by including characters from all of Nintendo's IPs. And if you don't believe me, try to imagine a Smash Bros game that only used Mario characters. It'd still be pretty cool, sure, but don't lie and act like there wouldn't be significantly less magic. And if you think Nintendo's gonna stick to Mario Kart just because of tradition, then take a look at the Wii remote and try to tell me Nintendo values tradition over trying new things. Besides, Mario Kart 8's DLC and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already tested the waters with expanding the diversity of the cast, and there weren't too many people who complained about it besides this ass rectum in a random forum I found on the internet. So are you still not convinced it's a good idea to make Nintendo Kart instead of Mario Kart 9? Oh, you are convinced. You were already on board before you saw the video? Oh well, I'm still gonna break it down and tell you 9 reasons why Nintendo Kart would be better than Mario Kart 9. Number 9. The character potential's endless. I know I've already talked about this, but just think of the possibilities. Take Captain Falcon, for instance. Due to the strict drug testing policies of F-Zero, he'd finally be allowed to race again since steroids are not only legal, but mandatory for kart racing. Mario's great and all, but seeing as how every game in the Mario franchise has more or less been using the same characters for over 30 years now, there's not that many races to choose from, causing the character select screen to be more redundant than eating while you poop, but not as fun. And for the people who might miss using Catsuit Peach, fray not, because... Number 8. No characters would have to be cut. But Cameron, wouldn't that make choosing a character feel overwhelming? It sure would, but frig it. Just look at how many characters there are to choose from in Smash. They wouldn't all have to be on the same screen or anything like that. You could just choose which incarnation of a character you want after selecting them like you do with Yoshi or Shy Guy. It'd be the same thing as Smash Bros characters having different costumes that sometimes turn out to be different fighters altogether. So why not just leave all the characters that are in there now untouched and focus on adding new characters from different franchises? After all, the more franchises there are means... Number 7. New potential for courses. If you play Mario Kart 8 online and a non-Mario course comes up as an option, then forget about it because everyone's selecting it because it's different. After playing the same kinds of courses for over 15 years, people need different. Hyrule, Excitebike, Meat City, and the Animal Crossing tracks are all pretty neat. But just think about how much fun courses from Pokemon, Metroid, Kirby, Fire Emblem, and everybody's favorite Steel Diver would be. In fact, coming up with ideas for courses could even be its own video. Courses from other franchises would literally keep Mario Kart fresh forever, because the Hyrule circuit barely scratches the surface of the Zelda franchise. Hyrule Castle is pretty cool in Mario Kart 8, but think about the Lost Woods, Goron City, and even Wind Waker-inspired courses and oh god. I just shit my pants thinking about it. My mom is not gonna be happy about that. But how was I supposed to contain myself thinking about track ideas for Nintendo Kart? Even the music for them would be awesome. Come to think of it, new music could be its own entry on the list. Oh god! I just power shat right through my underpants thinking about that. Obviously, Nintendo Kart can't have enough room for courses from every Nintendo franchise, but this leaves plenty of room for future games or even DLC later on since video game developers seem to like that. I'd be alright with some DLC in the future, just as long as Nintendo doesn't pull an EA. Number 6. New items. The fun keeps pouring in with more Nintendo franchises being brought to the table, with new weapons adding almost as much to the possibilities as new courses would. I could be here all day talking about potential items, so I'm gonna leave it up to everybody's imagination since that's more powerful anyway.
You lie!
Okay, fine, I can't think of any items besides throwing Pikmin, Pokeballs, and Deku Nuts, so let me know in the comments section if you have any item ideas coming from other franchises. I will say, it'd be cool to give characters exclusive special items again like in Double Dash. Number 5. New carts. Well, it's kind of the same situation as the last entry. I'm not an artist, and I don't have any ideas of designs myself, so I'll just steal some from Google, but there's definitely plenty of new potential for fun here as well. Number 4. New battle modes. Along with interesting battle courses, there could be some new battle modes as well. I don't reasonably expect one from every franchise, but even just a few ideas centered around something like Pokemon or Metroid specifically have endless potential. Imagine rounding Pokemon up with collectible trophies for everyone you catch or something like that. No? Nobody? Well, let me know if you have any better battle mode ideas in the comments. All I know is that this is another reason to add more franchises. Number 3. New franchises opens the door to seduce third parties to the Switch even further. I have no idea how third parties get royalties to have their characters included in Smash Bros. I'd imagine they're just happy to get the free promotion since it's not like there's any extra work required on their part. So if you're a company that owns a popular video game franchise, why not let Nintendo borrow its name and likeness? I mean, it's Nintendo Kart, what could go wrong? Having third-party characters be playable in Nintendo Kart would only shine them up and increase their value, even if it's just DLC. Again, as long as nobody pulls an EA. It'd certainly be a lot of fun for the fans, not only for having a wider variety of characters and courses to choose from along with everything else on this list being applied, but also for the potential of more third-party Switch games with Nintendo Kart serving as a possible icebreaker. Number 2. It's the perfect way to expose fans to new things they might not have known about otherwise. Fire Emblem used to be exclusive to Japan and was doing moderately well for itself. Then when Smash Bros. Melee came out with Marth as a playable character, the rest of the world got curious and was wondering what Fire Emblem was all about. So Nintendo decided to translate all future Fire Emblem games for everybody outside of Japan, and nobody cared. At first. But then after the series' last-ditch effort, Fire Emblem Awakening was released, its popularity exploded, saving the franchise. And even though the series still might have been saved based on strong Japanese sales alone, I'm sure Nintendo's happy that an international audience was made aware of the Fire Emblem series thanks to Melee, and more importantly, non-Japanese Fire Emblem fans are happy having been introduced to it, myself included. The same could be said for Mother/Earthbound, but that series is already done with despite its popularity thanks to Shigesatu Itoi being over it. But my fat ass is sure as hell happy I found out about it thanks to Smash Bros, since I didn't notice Earthbound's initial release the first time around. My point is that as popular as Smash Bros is, Mario Kart's still the bigger franchise. And since Mario Kart's the bigger franchise, it'd be the perfect way to expose even more fans to things they've been missing out on all these years. And if some of Nintendo's lesser-known franchises gain some extra interest, or at the very least awareness, then it'd be great for fans of those particular series, as well as Nintendo who enjoy possessing more money. Number 1. Nintendo Kart wouldn't be harder to make than Mario Kart 9. Nintendo already needs to make new courses anyway, so why not base them out of new franchises? Way more characters would need to be made, but unlike Smash Bros, the differences between who you choose really aren't that great. It's not like there'd have to be new movesets and abilities or anything like that. New characters would just have to be assigned a weight class and have a 3D model made. If Nintendo's gonna create a new Mario Kart game anyway, then why not include other IPs? The only real extra work that'd be required is coming up with new ideas for weapons and stuff like that. But Nintendo's pretty clever, so I'm sure they'd hit it out of the park. And if Nintendo Kart ends up not happening, I think everybody's gonna be pretty bummed. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the series highlight for me since the controls are damn near perfect. But that's kind of the thing. There isn't any room for improvement as far as gameplay goes. So why not focus on adding more flair and leave the mechanics relatively untouched? Because as fun as Mario Kart 8 is, the courses and characters are starting to get a little stale and unimaginative, at least if you compare it to how fresh things would be if they added more franchises. And due to the success of the experimentation with Mario Kart 8, I'd be absolutely stunned if Mario Kart 9 happened to keep things going in the same direction the series is already headed in. So if the next Mario Kart's somehow just a standard affair, then I swear I'll rip my fake mustache clean off my face. What do you want out of the next Mario or Nintendo Kart game, though? Got any ideas for courses, weapons, and all that malarkey? Just keep in mind that this list wasn't necessarily numbered in any particular order, and let me know what you think down below. As always, I'll pin whatever comment I find the most entertaining. Don't forget to like and share this video if you want to help this channel grow, and if you're a sexy beast, then subscribe as well. My name's Cameron, and I'll see you next time.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty, thank you for your support.